It is a compilation of 15 different Dr. Seuss books, and they take the characters from all of these stories who've never met before in any of the books, and they put them all on stage together. My favorite moment is seeing it all come together finally.
I think it's come a long way. From the beginning, you had people who weren't really sure on how to fit in, and now everyone's kind of come together.
I've seen a lot of progress from August to now.
We were kind of sloppy at first, and it's coming together really well. We've still got to work on being quiet backstage, though, because people are still kind of loud, but we're working on it.
The progression is very avidly shown in how the actors all get along and how our tech has come to help us out more, and just everyone as a whole has grown extremely close, and the production itself is going to be amazing.
There's like some pros and cons of the whole production.
People not showing up, and every now and then we wouldn't be able to get what we're doing.
We had some trouble with people not memorizing their lines and having scripts out on stage, but most of us are done with that, and it's come together pretty nicely.
We have a new director this year, so getting used to how she runs things and how we're used to running things was a little more difficult than some of us who have been in past productions are used to, but altogether we just worked really well with her, and she brought some amazing new insight to us that we were very thankful for.
The children, oh my gosh, it's so much fun working with the kids, like telling them like, hey, this is what you need to do. It's just really fun working with kids.
They are adorable, I've got to say. It's not a very guy thing to say, but still, they're awesome.
The children cast hasn't been around a whole lot. They've only come to 4 or 5 rehearsals in all. So it's not too difficult. When they come, they know where they're supposed to be, and then we have our amazing child wranglers to help out with keeping them in their little area that they're supposed to be.
The Snap wouldn't chat, the PlayStation didn't play, the Wi-Fi connection hadn't worked all day. I sat there with Wick, we sat there, we two, and I said, how I wish we had something to do. The Twitter didn't tweet, and the Insta didn't gram, and adults are the only ones still in Facebook land. So all we could do was sit, 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 and we did not like it, not one little bit. And then something went bump. How that bump made us jump. We looked, and we saw him step into the mat. We looked, and we saw him, the cat in the hat. And he said to us, why do you sit there like that? I know the Snap isn't chatting and the Twitter isn't tweeting, but there's fun to be had all over this weekend. I know some good things we can do, said the cat. There are things we can see, said the cat in the hat. I will show them to you. Your teachers will not mind at all if I do. Then Wick and I did not know what to say, for we had no plans at all what to do for the day. The cat began to speak of the things we could see, of places to go that would fill us with glee. He started by telling Wick and me of one thing, where students would act and would dance and would sing, where those watching would smile and their faces would beam. It's Seussical, the musical, and the star is this cat, and my other friends too, friends of Cat in the Hat. There's Yertle the Turtle, and Green Eggs and Ham, the Grinch, and the Lorax, and maybe Sam I Am. And there's Horton, not you. We're talking of Horton who heard a who, and there's one fish, and two fish, and there's red fish, and there's blue. We'll all be on stage each and every night, and we'll sing and we'll dance and tell jokes under the lights. But there are more lights, I hear, more things to be seen. For I heard a story of a certain Tiger football team. They may have been good and they may have been great, but they haven't been this far since 1968. That's a really long time, and all of Carthage is joyful. By God, that drought has been longer than the Royals. It's not even a subject that's up for debate, and if you go to the game, you best not arrive late, because if you do, you might miss words so susical, so merry. When the announcer announces Derryberry on the carry, I don't think there are words to make me more proud. Oh wait, there are. I forgot. I remember them now. Derryberry on the carry for another touchdown. The cat had convinced us that we had things to do, but should we go both to the play and to the football team be true? Mr. Wick glanced away, put his hand on his chin, and I knew that a plan and a story would begin. He looked around slyly with a grin and a smirk and said, "Come on, let's go get Dr. Rogers. Let's go pick up Perk." It started with a Twitter that wouldn't be tweeted, but it still turned out to be quite a great weekend. We went to the play where Horton heard a who, and after that, we jumped in the car, wearing our blue, and we headed off for football in the old St. Lou. Don't judge me, people. There's just a lot of good things going on at CHS, and it's a season to be thankful. Theater kids performing in Seussical this weekend. May you break many legs. You'll be great. You always are. And to our football boys, best of luck on the St. Louis gridiron. Make us proud no matter the outcome. And to everyone else, I'm talking to teachers too, get out this weekend and do something to support the great students of CHS. I'm Mr. Huntley, the Dr. Seuss of the Carthage High School, wishing you a weekend full of peace and good decision making.